A health inspector walks up to a busy street hot dog stand and orders a hot dog. He watches in horror as the vendor reaches into the cart with his bare dirty hands, grabs a wiener, slaps it onto a bun, and hands it over. The inspector pulls out his badge and says, "This is completely unacceptable and a massive health hazard. You aren't using gloves, you didn't use parchment paper for the bun, and you need to use tongs for the wiener so you don't touch it. I'm giving you a warning, and I'll be back in a few days. If you haven't cleaned up your act, I'm shutting you down." A few days later, the health inspector returns to check up on the stand. He is pleasantly surprised. The vendor is wearing fresh gloves, using clean parchment paper to hold the buns, and neatly grabbing the wieners with metal tongs. The cart is completely spotless. The inspector smiles and says, "Excellent job. You've done everything perfectly." But as the inspector steps closer, he notices a small piece of string hanging out of the zipper of the vendor's pants. Confused, the inspector asks, "Hey, what is that string for?" The vendor leans in and whispers proudly, "Well, you see, I took your lesson about hygiene seriously. I tied that string to my pants. That way, when I go to the restroom, I don't have to touch anything with my hands. I just pull the string, it drops right out." The inspector is thoroughly impressed and says, "Wow, that is incredibly innovative. But wait, how do you put it back in without touching it?" The vendor reaches down, pulls the tongs out of the steaming hot dog water and says, "Well, remember how you told me I always need to use the tongs to hold the wiener?